Hey there everybody, you're traveling with Jack, and as always, my heavenly wife Pam. We're back in the kitchen today. Haven't been doing that in a while because I had a little bit of a taste for some jambalaya. I thought I'd make some, and I wanted to share with you my quick and easy recipe for jambalaya that can be ready for your family in as little as 30 minutes. Now today what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare it, and then because I work in the evenings, I'm going to put it in the crock pot and it'll be nice and hot and delicious later on tonight. So what do we start with? Well, first of all, we've got our pan here, a pretty deep pan as well. And I've added some olive oil. Again, we always use a good quality olive oil. And the first thing we're going to put in is going to be some garlic. Now again, you can crush your own garlic or you can just buy the jar like this. This is just from Trader Joe's, just some minced garlic. So let's take a little bit of this and put a big old heaping bunch of it in there. You see that? And we'll kind of let that get started. And one of the first things we're going to start with though is going to be some peppers and onions. It's green bell pepper, as you can see there, and I've chopped up some onions, about one medium-sized bell pepper, and then I've got the onion as well. So we'll put that off in with our garlic that we've got there in our oil. Now you'll also notice my other ingredient on my tray here, or my cutting board if you will, is some andouille sausage, but this is chicken andouille sausage, and believe it or not, it's organic chicken andouille sausage. Give you a little better look at that. Nice and spicy. We've also got some big jumbo shrimp that I've already kind of chopped up a little bit into pieces, because you know, obviously if we're eating a jambalaya, can't eat big old pieces of shrimp, so I chop it up. And then I've also chopped up some little chicken strips, organic chicken strips. So we're going to get this going. We'll get our veggies soft first is what you want to do, is get them to just soften up a little bit, translucent if you will. And we're also going to add a little bit of salt and pepper too. Not a ton of salt because, well, our jambalaya's got a good bit of salt in it, the sausage does. And then here's some pepper. Okay. And red cayenne pepper. Would not be jambalaya without that. We'll be kind of generous with that. Now this all depends on how spicy you like it. Now keep in mind our andouille sausage is going to have a kick as well, so we may not need to go quite as heavy on that. So maybe over the microphone you can hear this is already starting to cook up a little bit. Already got a nice aroma to it. The smells are going to be great with this dish. You know, I just love the smell of onions that are cooking and a little bit of garlic, and with this green bell pepper that we've got going here. So we'll let that go for just a little bit more. Again, this recipe, you're going to think, holy cow, it's that easy. Yes, it is that easy and very, very delicious. Now, one other thing I meant to mention. With jambalaya, you may have had recipes too where you've used rice, of course, and you've got to have that ready to go into it. Well, we're going to do ours a little bit healthier today. I've got some organic riced cauliflower, and trust me, you're not going to notice the difference. Oh, some of you may, and you could stick with your regular rice if you want, but of course we'll be adding this just a little bit later. So there we go. That's cooking up really nice now. Okay. Smells good, looks good. So what shall we add? We're going to add our chicken first. And the reason we're going to add our chicken first, of course, because it's going to take the longest to cook. The chicken andouille sausage I have is already pre-cooked, so that doesn't really matter. So there goes our chicken. And you know what? I'm going to add just a little more salt and pepper for the chicken. Not much though, just a couple of cranks there, as you no doubt noticed. And a little pepper as well. Okay. So we're going to give that a stir. Oh wow, getting a nice color to this dish now. And it really won't take that long. This is kind of a thin deep pot that I have here. The bottom of it's thin, so it gets hot really fast. You've probably noticed too, I sure wish I had a gas cooktop as opposed to electric, but I don't. I've got electric. Gas is much easier to cook with. Here, I'll give you a quick look how that's looking. See there? Yeah. So keep that going, and it's kind of creating its own juices in there as well. You're going to be amazed how quick and easy this is. So our chicken, believe it or not, is browning up really quick in here. Now again, because I'm going to transfer this to a crock pot for the afternoon, I don't have to get everything completely and fully cooked this round because it's going to cook all afternoon in the cooker. But you could serve this, as I mentioned, in about 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, now next up, we're going to add, I went with some diced and fire roasted tomatoes. These are organic ones, and they've also got some green chilies on. I know, green chilies in a jambalaya, I don't know. I tend to like it. Tastes good. So there we go with that. Oh my goodness, I wish you could smell this. This is starting to have some really, really good smell to it. Aroma, I guess we should say. It's aromatic, jambalaya, aromatic. I don't know what I'm trying to say. There we go, more color. We're also going to add just a little bit of tomato paste, okay? A couple of teaspoons of it. Maybe big teaspoons. All right. Let's give that a stir. This is going to be a thick and hearty jambalaya. We are going to be adding some chicken stock in a little bit, okay? All right. And a nice stir. Oh, this looks beautiful. Just beautiful. Let me give you another look. You see? Looking pretty good, huh? So we've now got our chicken, we've got our onion, we've got our bell pepper, we've got our tomatoes, we've got a little tomato paste. What's next? Yeah, you guessed it, the jambalaya sausage. And here's our sausages. I've cut them into bite-sized pieces. Wow. Okay. Now we're going to add some chicken broth. Now, it's a low sodium chicken broth. We've already got plenty of saltiness in this dish. So get the low sodium kind. I did the organic. Let's see. Contents of this box is about 4 cups. I'm going to put about 2 cups in here. And I may end up adding more depending on how thick this gets, okay? I can already tell you we'll probably end up adding a little more. So there's that. Oh yeah, looking good. You want to look? Yeah. Beautiful color. It's got nice, rich flavors that are in there. This is going to be fantabulous. Okay, now we've got our shrimp. So, and again, I cut those up into bite-sized pieces. I had, if you're curious, I think I had a dozen jumbo wild-caught shrimp. These are actually Argentina shrimp from Argentina. They carry those at Trader Joe's. Yeah, I do a lot of my shopping there. But it's a good, high-quality shrimp that's wild caught off the coast of Argentina. And they're big. They're a big red shrimp, and they are so, so delicious. So now we have that. Now, you know, some people, the way they serve this too, is they would just put the rice after it's cooked in a bowl, pour this over the top, and then serve it. Again, for the sake of ease, I'm going to have everything going together. And I may not, though, add my rice till later on this evening when I get home. Okay, that's an option. So, you ready to see how this looks? Look at all that juice. Doesn't that look good? Believe it or not, that's it. Quick and easy, flavorful jambalaya. Again, later we'll add our cauliflower rice to this. I may hold off and just add it when I get home this evening, let it cook with it just a few minutes, and then be done. But for this, we're going to transfer it over to a crock pot. It's going to be piping hot and delicious later on tonight. So that's it. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully you learned a little something, and I hope you'll make some jambalaya at home. It's delicious. If you ever thought it was hard, it's really not. I think we made it pretty easy, don't you? Be sure and subscribe to our channel. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell anyone you know. They need to be traveling with Jack and Pam, where you get cooking, you get travel, and yeah, I still do some occasional grief videos to help those who may have lost a husband or wife as well as we walk that journey. You guys have a great day and a better tomorrow. Bye now.